Good morning and welcome to another day in my life video. Today is Friday, March 26th, and I thought it would be fun to do a day in the life on a day where I took the day off of my full-time job and am strictly focusing on Plan with Laken today. Mostly, like, the biggest priority today is to get all of the videos filmed for April. I also have a little bit of a secret to tell you in this video too. So I started this last year when we weren't going anywhere and I wasn't taking my vacation days for anything else. And I was working on, and I still am, trying to do less of Plan with Laken on the weekends, at least every single weekend of the month. Up until this time last year, I was filming and editing and working on Plan with Laken stuff every single weekend. And that was sustainable for a period of time, but I was quickly getting burnt out and I knew that I needed to cut back. I would say I probably still do at this point at least one Plan with Laken thing every weekend, but it is usually at most like a half of a day. And that's just something that I'm really focusing on because I do know that once things get back to normal and we start having weekend commitments again, I will want that space. I will want that white space to rest and enjoy social commitments over the weekend and not have it be Plan with Laken and social commitments and never have any time for rest before we head into a new week. So that is one of the things that I've been focusing on. As we went into this year, I wasn't sure that I was going to take vacation days to work on Plan with Laken because I was hoping at some point later this calendar year, I will be able to take my vacation days to actually travel and go on vacation. I've always been the kind of person that takes vacation because I'm going somewhere and not necessarily to just stay at home and do something at home. But yesterday was my birthday, and if you can see the balloons behind me, and Sam, my fiance, had me block off the entire weekend for a birthday surprise. So starting today at 5 p.m. through Sunday, he blocked off my Google Cal and just said birthday. So my plan to film for April tomorrow, it couldn't happen. And so I decided to just go ahead and take one of those vacation days and take today to work on some Plan with Laken stuff and film. I also ended up scheduling a podcast interview for today. That worked out because a lot of podcast interviews, they want to do it during the day. Sometimes they will be flexible and let me schedule an evening time, especially the ones that are also side hustling, but a lot of them, especially if it's their full-time job, not just podcasting, but whatever their business is, they want offer times that are during the day. And that sometimes can be really tough for me. And so when I knew I'd already booked this day off and I was asked to interview on a podcast and I was looking at the times that she sent, and I was like, oh, that's perfect. I can do the middle of the day. It's at 10 a.m. on Friday. Let's talk about the fact that it's already 8 a.m. And I had every intention of getting up, probably not at my usual 5:30 today, but I definitely thought I could be up by like 6:30 or 7, and I would have time to do my full morning routine, maybe even hop on the Peloton for a quick ride, shower, get ready before this podcast, and so that as soon as it was over, I could switch straight into filming mode. I got out of bed at 8:05. We ended up staying up way later last night. It was such a good time. We went to dinner with one of my best friends and bridesmaids and her fiance, and then they came back to our apartment for cake, and then we watched this video that Sam had friends and family put together and sent in videos wishing me a happy birthday. It was so awesome. And photos, like it would be like a person from my childhood and then like a photo of us from my childhood. It was really well put together and it was beautiful. So, and it was like almost an hour long. So we watched that together, and they didn't leave until like almost midnight. And so we didn't set alarms, and at 8 o'clock I was like, oh, okay, this is probably time to get up. So I got up, I showered, and now we're here chatting. So the first thing I need to do is get planned in my planner, and I almost did this last night, but I'm so glad that I didn't because I like to put things in my planner to the best of my ability, the order in which I'm going to complete them. And so I would have put a lot more stuff before the interview. That isn't going to happen because now I only have an hour and a half. So the important things that I need to get done right now is plan the rest of the day in my planner. I need to get this office tidied up because it is a disaster and a half from yesterday, just like getting ready and whatever. It's like an office / dressing room. So I need to tidy up in here. If I can at least get those two things done, I should be able to get those two things done before 10. Really, it's before like 9:30, 9:45, because at that point I want to go to the email that she sent me and review that. Make sure that if there's any questions that she's planning to ask. I listen to this podcast regularly. I'll tell you what it is after the interview. I listen to this podcast regularly though, so I already know the questions that she asks every single guest. So I feel pretty good about my answers and feel pretty prepared, but I want at least 15 minutes before I log in to sit here and get focused and revisit and make sure that I'm in the right headspace. So let's get to it. Okay, so I obviously already did this, and I did this, and I went and tidied up. I'm gonna do at least part of my morning routine. One of the things I love about my Routinery app is it encourages me to keep a streak, and I don't even have to do every step in my app in order to keep my streak. So I'm gonna pull out my morning routine basket and do at least a couple of steps from my morning routine. That way I keep my streak up and I at least get some stuff done. Then I have prep and the podcast and get ready and film. That is like the most important piece of today, is getting everything filmed. And then I need to pack, because Sam told me yesterday that we are actually going somewhere. I have no idea where we're going, but I do need to pack and then do my communication routine. And that is like, I don't know how long filming is going to take, right? So that is the stuff that I definitely need to get done. If I have time, I also want to work on some other content prep, Instagram, the email, stuff like that. If I don't have time to get to that today, I will probably do it on Sunday when we get back from whatever. He said we would get back midday. And then I got some other office stuff delivered that I kind of want to put together, but I really don't know that I'm going to get to that today. So this is what my planner looks like for today, featuring a kitty tail. So one of the things to update today is the description box of my future YouTube videos. So I just wanted to show you a little behind the scenes. This is in the settings of my YouTube channel, and there is a section called Upload Defaults, where you can have a title that is auto. Basically, you can have any settings on a YouTube video that auto apply to that YouTube video. You can obviously go in and change them after it's uploaded before you set it to public, but these are the auto settings that populate when you upload any video to just help you save a little time when it comes to working on the videos. So the description I have, like I just have hi in this video, and then I always have to fill that out. The video overview, I have this already in here, so I just like copy and paste it and pull it down, things I mentioned. And here's the section we have to change. I am a 20-something, and that is not true anymore. As of yesterday, I am officially 30, but I don't think I'm gonna put 30-something. I think I'm going to change it to a millennial. I don't feel like I'm really a 30-something until I'm like 32. So at least for now, I'm gonna put a millennial, and then I will probably change it at some point to 30-something. I don't know. I feel like I just turned 30 and I don't want to say 30-something. And then the rest of this is I'm going to leave the same. You know what? There was something I was thinking about recently that I might add to the all-time favorites. There's something that I talk about. Oh, maybe plum paper. I should add to all-time favorites, since that's a planner that I use every single day. And then, yeah, I'm not planning to change any of these other settings, but I just wanted to show you this little behind the scenes, and that it is time to change that I am no longer a 20-something. Everything else still true though. All right, I went ahead and took a few minutes and reviewed the email that she sent, so I feel prepared and ready for this podcast interview. I have about 20 minutes now before it starts, and part of me wants to like, oh, could I get started on getting ready or working on my to-do list? But one of the things I'm working on is implementing more rest time throughout my day. I've definitely always struggled with the all or nothing mindset. And so if I didn't have a full hour to work out, then it wasn't worth it. Or if I didn't have a whole day to disconnect from social media, then I wasn't improving my time spent on social media and those kinds of things. And I feel like the same applies for rest. I feel like I need a whole weekend off to actually consider it rest and taking time off. In reality, there is a benefit to implementing those things, any of those things, small steps on our goals throughout the day. And so if I have 20 minutes between the task I was working on and the next scheduled task, it just happens that the next task is a scheduled thing, I want to take those 20 minutes to just chill. So I started watching probably my favorite movie last night, since it was my birthday, before bed, and that is The Parent Trap, the one with Lindsay Lohan, and I fell asleep. So I am going to turn that back on and finish up my cup of coffee and enjoy 20 minutes of Lindsay Lohan discovering she is a long lost twin, which happens to be herself. All right, podcast interview is over. It went really well. For those of you who like to listen to podcasts, it is called Chasing Simple with Amanda Warfield. I have talked about Amanda before. She is the person who teaches the content batching course that absolutely changed my life in so many ways. I will leave that link down below if you want to check out her content batching course. Like I said, absolutely changed my life. The podcast episode is not going live until July. talk about batching content. She decided that she only wants to batch guest interviews for her podcast twice a year. So she does it 6 months at a time. So my episode won't go live until July, but you can head over to her podcast. She's got a ton of great episodes and lots of very practical tips. And at the end of every episode, she does a book recommendation. I bet some of you can probably guess maybe the book that I recommended. I usually, and I should have said this on the podcast, I usually say when somebody asks me for a book recommendation that I don't like to recommend specific books, which is true. I think the most beneficial books to read for your goals are books associated specifically with your goals. So if you're working on health and fitness, read a book about health and fitness, etc. But there is one book that I think in general is a great book for working on your goals, any goal. So that's the one that I recommended. Also, if you watched the Day in the Life video that went up last Friday, my mirror is still not here for my dresser. And so I'm using this little mirror, and I was like leaning over trying to do it in a very weird way in that video. I finally figured out that if I prop it up on this lamp, it's like actually the perfect height. So this has been working for me until my mirror gets here and then gets hung. I'm so nervous to hang it. I feel like hanging mirrors is like, I don't know, it's so difficult and I'm just not ready for it. But anyways, after we finished the podcast interview, we just chatted for a while about business and life and cats and Disney. We have a lot in common. I really just enjoy chatting with her, and now I am getting ready so that I can start filming. Okay, I'm almost ready. I still need to brush out my curls and put on some mascara, but I wanted to quickly show you the plan for today because I'm gonna start filming the top-down stuff before I finish getting ready. And I'm gonna show you the plan for today on my little printout, and it has a sneak peek of all the videos coming in April. So if you like to be surprised and you don't wanna know what the videos are, go ahead and jump ahead. Otherwise, let me show you. So I use Asana, and I have a whole outline built into Asana, and then what I do is it's very vague and very generalized, and then I print it out each month and kind of fill it in. So I did the planning portion of this yesterday. This is like the content planning. So I have 4 YouTube videos going up in April, and because this is just the Monday videos, right? Because Wednesdays are the lives and Fridays are the vlogs. So this is just the Monday videos. And then I brainstorm ideas for the newsletter. So I have the 3 different sections of my newsletter that goes out on the 1st of the month. And then I make a video tracking sheet. That's this thing. So these are all the things that I do for every single video. So I went ahead and made that and printed that out. And then the batch schedule, I just kind of planned the rest of this is basically all that is. And then here are all the things I have to film. So top down, I have to do the Q2 and April goals. I don't have to film a top down for the office tour. And then the daily, there's obviously top down, but that I'm doing next week, not today. B-roll, really, it's not really B-roll, but the office tour. And then I have front facing for all 4 videos, and then pulling some photos out for some of those videos. I'm not gonna show you all the other pages of this because a lot of the structure and ideas for all of my content batching system comes from that content batching bootcamp class that I already talked about. And some of this is her like proprietary information, ideas, structure, and I don't want to give that away. Again, it's her class that I learned it from, but this is the plan for today, is at least get to the bottom of page 1. So here is my setup. I've got my stand here. I've got my white board. I was hoping I wasn't gonna have to use this and I was gonna be able to just film on my desk, but unfortunately the spot where I'm gonna film happens to be where the crack is. Not like a crack, but you know what I mean, like where there's 2 pieces of my desk. So that's not gonna work, which is fine. I don't mind continuing to use this. So I will just put my camera on here and I'm gonna get to filming the top down portion of these videos while my curls cool. Finished all the front facing stuff, finished all the top down stuff. All I have left to do is the office tour. But I need to tidy up, like I have shirts and stuff everywhere before I do that. So I need to do the office tour. And I need to share some Happy Meal with you. I was gonna do that while the camera was in top down doing the planner or the goals stuff, and I forgot. So tidy up, film the office tour, film mail for you in top down, and then we need to pack. Right now I'm at about 2.5 hours until we have to leave. Okay, let me show you the 2 things that I got in the mail. These are both from Black-owned planner shops that I had featured in February's vlogs. If you didn't watch all of my weekly vlogs in February, each week I showcase 10 Black-owned planner shops and my favorite thing from each of the shops. And some of the shops are so sweet, and they've reached out to me and said, I'd love to send you that item that you talked about. So 2 of them did. I've had these for a few weeks now, but I'm excited to finally open them. So this first one is from Hot Planner Jewels. And so I talked about her products. If you use a string type planner, like a TN. That is what her products are designed for. But I talked about how I could use it as a bookmark, and so she sent me the one that I was talking about. It is so beautiful. I just can't get over these colors. I just think that this is so beautiful. And it's just gonna be the perfect little string bookmark for me to put in the book. Like, this is thin enough that will go in the book, and then this can hang over the outside edge. So again, go check out her shop. If you use a string type of planner, her products are perfect, or use it as a bookmark like me. Then the other shop that I got something from was Exquisite Designs. And she not only sent me the product that I talked about in the video, but she turned me into one of her character girls. I forget what she calls them. She emailed it to me. She emailed me the actual file if I wanted to use it, just for personal use only, of course. But how cute is this little girl? Oh my God, I just absolutely love her. I just love it. And so she gave me a big one, and then she also gave me some small ones, some different size ones. These are a little bit bigger and these are a little bit smaller. And then one big one for me to use. I love them. I just think that they're so cute. She did such a good job. It's just great. So the product that I talked about in the video that she sent me were these monthly self-care challenges. And so there's a page for each month of the year with these self-care challenges. So in January, and she calls them soul formation. So in January, it's kind of all about eating. So approach food and eating with gratitude, drink more water, eat mindfully and gracefully. And then we have February, that looks like it's getting off the phone. Put your phone on airplane mode, unplug. March is a bunch of meditation challenges, silence your mind, deepen your connection. April, we've got tea. Oh, I love all of those. Those are so perfect. I can't decide if I want to just like jump right in and use April now and kind of like loop my way back around, or just start with January and April. You know what I mean? I don't know if she put them in a particular order on purpose. And then in May, we've got physical activity, it looks like. So walking, swimming, roller skating. In June, we've got massage and stretching. July, we have a morning routine. So read a book, write in your journal. You know I love this one. August, it looks like we've got oils, like aromatherapy and diffusing oils. September, we've got sleep, working on our sleep, get 7-8 hours, create a bedtime routine, etc. October, we have, it looks like picking 3 things. So 3 goals, 3 affirmations, 3 things that make you smile. In November, we've got some like physical fitness type stuff, but it's kind of multiple things. So we've got personal training, hire a nutritionist, go to a spa. And then in December, we have giving back. So paying it forward, volunteer, giving back, etc. And then this other kind of self-care page with this girl that looks like she's kind of meditating, and it says, remember to breathe. I just love these. I think that these are just so cool. And I think I will definitely end up using them and try to focus on them in my memory keeping. I just need to decide if I'm gonna start with January or start with April. But thank you both so much for sending these products my way. I really, really appreciate it. I had such a fun time in February showcasing all of these shops, and some of these owners just are incredibly thoughtful. All right, now I'm done filming. Well, at least like actual setting up the camera and all of those things kind of filming. I'll keep vlogging until the end of the day, until the end of the work day, the Plan with Laken work day. Once Sam and I embark on our adventure wherever we're going, I am going to end the vlog there. But I have a little bit of a surprise to tell you. And not a surprise, I just have something to tell you. I don't know what the right word to call it is, but the next thing that I'm gonna do, now that I'm all done filming, is upload my footage so that my editor can get started on it. A couple months ago, I decided, as I started to work on the course, that I needed to free up not only some actual time, but some mental space. And one of the things that I absolutely do not enjoy doing is editing. And so I started working with an editor, and it has been so freeing. It has been, and again, not even just the physical time that I would spend editing, that now I get to dedicate towards other things, other goals like the course, or even other non-business related goals. But just the mental capacity that I've opened up by not editing my own videos. So I thought I would share that with you. I didn't mean for it to be like a secret that I've been keeping for the last few months. I just didn't know how to share that or how to explain that. And I thought a behind the scenes day would be the perfect day for me to share. I just got done filming 4 videos. Well, one of them was only an intro and outro, but I filmed 3 videos, the vlog, the day in the life vlog, so really 4 videos, and I'm about to upload them all so that she can get started on editing them. And I appreciate her so much. She's made such a difference in my life over the last few months and will continue to do so as I'm able to work on other things and bring you value in other ways. So that's the next thing on my list. And then I really needed to get started with packing. I got completely distracted with packing and preparing and everything. And Sam telling me, like, last minute, pack this, don't pack this, and everything. I totally got distracted, but I'm all packed, ready to go, and I have no idea where we're going. I will probably share some of the things on Instagram, but I'm gonna go ahead and close out this day in the life vlog here. I hope that this was beneficial and you got a little bit of a sneak peek of a day behind the scenes and filming. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, please click that subscribe button. I upload new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday focused on helping you achieve your goals. Thank you so much for watching. I don't know why I'm repeating things 800 times today. Why is there not focus on my face? The auto default, that's exactly what they are, Laken. Check out whoa. And then when we finished filming, not filming, a physical, why is it so dark? Come on. Thought that a behind the day scenes